How can businesses build successful teams?
Well, the key thing with the team is that it's really just a group of people working towards a common goal. The leader's role in a team is to make sure that goal is well understood and is clear, and then to encourage people along the way as they work towards that objective. And where necessary, steer them back on track if they veer off. But a team really is a group of people who are feeling enthusiastic towards achieving the same objective, and they're feeling encouraged by their leader throughout.
Can you give us some examples of companies that you have helped?
Yeah, we work in a variety of sectors, including pharmaceuticals, telecoms, banking, retail, and the issues that they have are very common. Communication is always an area of challenge, more so now because as people have got high-tech communication devices, they have conversations, but they're conversations with a subject heading. So they're responding to an email with a subject heading, or they're having a discussion in a meeting to a set subject. What is harder for people to find time to do is to have those more spontaneous conversations which explore new opportunities. And so part of our role is to take people away from their normal work environment and to give them the opportunity to have meaningful, significant conversations about what they want to achieve as a team and the strengths that each individual brings to that team. So in addition to communication, we spend a lot of time helping people to discover their area of strength and their contribution to the team. So there are a number of ways of splitting up the roles and the behaviours that people perform in a team. But in simple terms, we have people who are the leaders, and that's self-explanatory. They take a leading role, either because they're appointed to that position or simply because they're natural leaders and they have a leading style in the way they do things. There are the creative people who solve problems either by being creative as we would expect, in as much as they have random ideas and they're able to really think outside of the box. But there are also those who solve problems creatively, but using analysis and research. So they're the creators. We have the leaders and the creators. We also have the gluers, and they're the people that pull the team together. So they're people who are motivated by a relationship, and they're keen to ensure that people are feeling good in the team, and they're looking after some of the pastoral needs of the team. And they're the sort of person that might arrange for a lunch out or arrange the Christmas party. We ensure on somebody's birthday they're given a card. An essential part of a team, which is often overlooked. And finally, there are the doers, and they're the people who like to look at process and project management, ensure that things are done on time and to a level of accuracy and quality. And it's that mix of those four types that makes a team really effective. So one of the things we do is analyse the team that exists and say, well, where are the gaps? Or are you biased one way or the other? And for certain roles, that's okay. It's quite good to have a very analytical team if their role is, say, financial, where analysis is important.
Do attitudes to team working vary in different countries?
To some degree, and I think attitudes to the way in which teams are developed and led varies. So in the West, certainly in the United States and increasingly in Europe, but the United States is probably leading the way, we're very open to an empowered form of leadership where somebody is given an instruction and then really allowed to get on with that and do it the way they want to do it without too much interference. And people are allowed to do the work that they do in their way, more so than in developing countries such as India and China, where there's more of a command and control approach, and there are very specific instructions and people work to those instructions. Now, I don't know that either one is better than the other, but there is a difference in leadership styles, and consequently the way in which a team is led and behaves, and the expectations of that the team members in terms of their relationship with the team can vary from place to place.